here's a strategy that a lot of people utilize for their FBA business. We're talking about thrift stores, garage sales, and books. I'm kind of combining all of these into one session because I don't do these a lot. I'm not real familiar with these strategies. I have done them, but they're not my favorites. So let's go ahead and get into it real quick. The benefits of checking out this strategy is because typically you can spend less money on inventory. A lot of times you can go to a garage sale and find something for $1 or $2 and sell it on Amazon for $10, $11, $12 or even more. Same thing with books. You can find books for 50 cents at book sales, and sometimes those books go for $20, $30, $40, $50 on Amazon. You have lower competition on Amazon because if you go to a thrift store or a garage sale and you find a unique item, there's not too many people around the country or around the world that are going to garage sales and finding that exact same item. It also is a way to diversify your inventory. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a big believer in diversification, and this is just another way to diversify your inventory. So where to look? You can go to garage sales. I would look at some allotments have huge garage sales. Some developments have these garage sales that have hundreds of homes in them. That's a great time to check out garage sales because it's usually a better off neighborhood where people may have items that they've never used that are still in the packaging. So I would check those out. Check out book sales at libraries. A lot of times you can go into libraries and buy books for 50 cents and sell them for $20 on Amazon. Go to thrift stores. I'm talking about the Goodwill, Salvation Army, any secondhand store. Sometimes you can go in there, and I've even found games that weren't opened that sell on Amazon. And I bought them for $1 or 50 cents. Check out auctions. A lot of times you'll see those in the newspapers or even advertised around your town. And lastly, check out your own house. There's probably a lot of items in your own house that you could sell on Amazon. Now let's go over an example. Here's the first example. This is called The New Financial Advisor by Nick Murray. I found this at a garage sale and I paid $1 for it. Wasn't in the best condition, but it wasn't worse. It wasn't in the worst condition. You could read it. There was no tears in it, but it wasn't a brand new book. So take a look at what I got for it. I picked this up. It ranked almost 300,000 in the book collections. So it's actually not very high because I forget there's a couple million books out there. So it's not very high. If it was new, it's selling for $73. I said mine's about average to good, so it's selling for about $40. I paid $1 for this item. So you can see my profit. I paid $1 for this item, sold it on Amazon for $40. I made $27.91. Not too bad for going to actually it was a neighbor's house where I picked up this book. And here's another example. I was in a thrift store. I can't remember if it was Goodwill or Salvation Army, but they had this apples to apples game there. And we have this at our own house, but the plastic was still on it. It was brand new. I purchased it at a thrift store. Again, I paid $1 for it. When I scanned it, I saw that very good are selling for $21.46. New are selling for $26. So, and it's a really high ranking game. And these are just some of the things that you can find in thrift stores that are brand new. So I sold it for $20.50. I made $8 on it. And there's a number of other things I found in the thrift store that day too. If this was the only thing I found, I probably wouldn't have picked it up, but I made about $100 and some going into a thrift store. So what are some other items you can look for? Check out CDs. A lot of people make a living selling CDs on Amazon, vinyl records. I know there's a lot of opportunity selling vinyl records because there's a lot of people looking for them. Ink cartridges. You'd be surprised how much money you can make buying ink cartridges at a Goodwill or a garage sale and selling them on Amazon. You have to remember, some people don't update their equipment. So they may have some older printers and they're willing to pay $60, $70 for a thing of ink just to keep that thing going. There's printers out there that you can buy. I've bought printers at garage sales where people never used them and made $60, $70. And collectibles. I'm not big on collectibles. I've never bought them, but I know that's a huge opportunity to buy collectibles at garage sales and thrift stores and sell them on Amazon. So that's really all I have for this particular strategy. I think it's a great strategy. I think there's a lot of opportunity. You just have to put a little more time into it than what I'm willing to do. I think in the future, I will check this out more. But if you have some good luck with it, please let me know.